Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends where you are. As you know by now, I call myself Afro-Caribbean Queen, and I entered into a journey 20 years ago to know more about my black race, want to know from the Africans, I want them to teach me some things because I know what I was being taught, and I want to know what they could teach me or wise me on. So I started this journey about 20 years ago. And I will be talking about the black people in general. If it's the Caribbean or if it's in Afro Americans, I will talk about the black people in general and how I see them and how I experience them around me. It is my journey. Not everybody is going to agree, but I want it to be clear is how I see it, and it is my own journey. Today I'm going to talk about how the black women was being called exotic queens, and from strong women to masculine women now to mental. That is a big transition. You see, when they was calling us their queen, you see, most of the time we brought up our kids alone. So no father around. We was also known for very strong. Even in this country where I'm living at, we came out strong women for many years behind each other. And why they became us very strong women? It's because most of the time we are single, most of the times. And we are training our boys and our girls. You understand? And we are doing it all by ourselves. So they see that, hey, these women is strong. They have 4 kids, 3 kids, 5 kids, six kids, and they're doing the training by themselves. And the society where I live in is most of the women them is married, no matter where they come from. They are married, they have their husband, they have their kids, they does everything together. So they always have a father around. But you see what is the issue? When the father is no more around, most of the time, the women them do not know how to cope with their kids because they always have the father there to help them. So now, most of the time, they do not know how to cope with their kids. Then the system enter to help them to take care of their kids, and then the own mental issues start becoming something else. I even experienced that with an African girl, a woman you could call her, from the motherland. The way this girl was shouting and crying for 4 kids, what she have. I just keep staring at her. And then I admire my mother who had 6 more and my friend mother who had 13. This girl for 4 kids, this girl have a breakdown. And 2 of them is even could help themselves. She just had a whole crying issue. Then I come to understand after. African told me, you know why they are like that? Because they're always surrounded with women, family members who help them with the kids, and the fathers is always around, the husband is around. But now they have to do everything by themselves. That is the difference from us. We always have to do everything by ourselves. So we was known for being very strong women. Now, there's a new trend. Now, something else. We have two group of women. We have the surviving women and we have the fighters. The surviving women was always, okay. The child is always wrong. We always want to correct the child. Do not want to hear what the child have to say. Trying to avoid problem. The fighting and they only make sure the child is properly eat and clothed and all of that. The fighter one. You're not going to mess with that one child, though. You understand? Especially with the system I'm living in here. If you want a proper education for your sons, you better be able to know the system well, and fight, though. You better know the system well. If you want a proper education for your child, especially your sons, you better know the system well and ready to fight to defend your child. In America, I do not know what is wrong with my brothers and sisters in America. It's just like, I do not know what's wrong with them. Let's be clear. I do not say this apply for all of them. It do not apply for all of them. But in God's name, I do not know what is wrong with them there. The self-hatred that the black race have there among themselves, the self-hatred, the female, the male, the kids, is like, oh, I do not even understand what is going on. You understand? And you know what is sad? There's a very, very bad group to follow. That one you cannot even take as an example. Sorry to say. Sorry to say, Afro-Americans, the majority of the time, you are not someone to follow. Bad example. They will be singing, calling their daughters, their mothers, their cousins, their nieces, bitches and hoes. Before they look to stop that and correct it, they are singing along. There is the men who have to protect. They are singing, calling their daughters, their mothers, their sisters, their nieces, bitches and hoes. Their sons, they'll be calling them, their sons and their men, they call them dogs. You know what I always say? It's an insult to the dogs. And you know why it's an insult to the dog? When you go outside to walk your dog, pay attention very well. When you go outside to walk with your dogs, pay very, very, very good attention. You see the dog sniffing, 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 sniffing. He sniffs everywhere. Before he bring his paw up to pee, he sniff. Do you know what he's sniffing for? He want to know if something, one dog or whatever just passed there. He do not want something that is stale. He want a fresh spot, fresh. He do not want to sniff to find out somebody just finished, some dog just finished past there. Do the black man care? Do the black man care? Do you understand? I'm not talking for everybody. So that reason I call it an insult to the dogs. Instead, they protect their women, their daughters, their mother, their grandmother, all the females in their family. They help singing the song. Afro-American men, how do you think the other men look at you? And they're turning more and more feminine every day. More and more feminine every day. Whoever is pushing agenda, they're helping them out fine. The women despise their hair. They despise their looks. They despise their skin tone. They see that women them is changing color every second. How much of them is even opening their mouth? How much of them is even opening their mouth? They want to even look like them. The self-hate, their own men is going all over. Even the women them that is not of their race, they're giving them power to even insult their own black women. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? So where is the men? Where is Afro-American men? And then they want to talk about all kind of issue. They talked about summits. They talk about that. They talk what they have to talk about. They're not talking. They're dying off piece by piece. They're killing themselves. My dear, you all is nobody to copy you. And I notice small Africans of the motherland also want to pick up some of those bad habits. My dear, please leave them alone with their habits. Try to talk sense into them. My brothers, I find it very sad for you. They really, really work on you. So now you are even calling your women who trying to defend her household, trying to fight for her daughter, trying to fight for her sons, because you are not around and you are not helping. Contrary, you're just looking to insult her more and more and more. You're calling your women they're masculine. They have to be masculine if you're not doing nothing now. Because when the neighbor child call your daughter a bitch and call your daughter from 6 years a hoe, are you there to defend them? Isn't the mother the one who have to correct that neighbor's child? When they take and do whatever they want with your daughter's hair, they cut it, they perm it, they put wig on top of the child's head. Are you around to defend the child? Isn't that same mother have to go to school to defend that child? And that's the same mother you're calling masculine. Where are you that you have to fight the fight to defend your child? You are not nowhere around. I'm not talking about those fathers who want to be in the child's life. I'm not talking about that. Because that is another mess on its own for the black women who refuse to leave the father see their child. That was never my philosophy. Never. They will say the father cannot take care of the child. I say carry the child, you will see. And when you carry the child without clothes. Just the clothes on his back. You think the father is not going to provide for him? If you carry the baby for the father to watch at, just carry one formula and one bottle and one pamper. You think the father will not make sure his child get other pampers? Don't you think he will not make sure his child is being fed? Even the animals take care of their kids. So this kind of mindset that the man cannot take care of his child. My dear, if the man do not have the money to buy the formula for the child to feed the child and a pamper is on the pool, child is crying for hunger, he have no money, hey, then you do not know your men. They will go and steal the pamper. If they cannot get money to borrow, they will go and steal that food for that child. So this whole mindset, the man cannot watch over, cannot see, look at his child because he cannot take care of him. Do not deceive yourself. The man might even do a better job than you yourself. So this kind of bitterness that they have among themselves, it only destroying us more and more. It only destroys us more and more. You understand? So now from calling your women they're masculine. Too much fight I have to fight to get my children them in a proper schooling before the system do not just throw them here and there. If they not fight, what will it not do with them? You understand? The fathers are my own. They're like, oh, you know, they mean it for the best interest. They mean it for the best interest. I know the system well. They are not seeing it how they're supposed to see it. No, they are saying, oh, now I know what you was talking about. So I have to fight now, even with father around. Because sometimes you see something that the father do not see. You understand? I know you're calling them masculine and you want them to submit. Submit to what? Do you know it's a black race, the black men I'm hearing talking about submit, back, front, and center? I know a bunch of white people. They're educated. Both of them is educated. You think they go pick up illiterates? You think they just pick up illiterates? What I'm surrounded with, I see a lawyer pick up a doctor. He pick up a doctor. He will not pick up average, as they just call it over there. He want to grow together. He do not want one woman be sitting home just making babies and taking care of him when they come. They take care of each other. Anyway, that's the black American mindset. Please, you all is very bad example. I hope nobody tried to copy you. I hope nobody tried to copy you. And now you're calling them mental. You abuse your women, insult your women, do not defend your women, have other race even insulting your women, do not have respect for your women, you gang up together with other race to insult your women, and then you do not even take care of your children. Understand me good. It's not for everybody. So if the shoe fit you, okay, I cannot help you with that. If the shoe do not fit you, let it go. So then you have those same women who everybody is attacking, every nation is attacking, you could say, and every government institute is attacking, and you yourself is attacking. And now you're calling them mental. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not ashamed of yourself? And your own men is turning more and more masculine. You all are changing colors like lizards. And all your famous people is changing colors like lizards. And then you will call that is very beautiful. have your women them on the all kind of complex. They have all kind of complex with themselves. Then your famous one is changing colors like Chris. Are you talking about that? Your daughters is getting confused. Are you talking about that? Isn't the men the one who's supposed to be the masculine one? And they the one who have to defend their women? And they the one, you see, for the other race, they just look at us and they will say, what are these black useless men? Look at them. They are not defending their women. They have to crush and crush their women. They do not defend their kids. And they barely do not even defend themselves. Running to other races, giving the other races chance to even insult your mothers, your sister, your nieces. I hear a Ghana pastor said once, I felt very angry when he said that. He was there preaching in his church. He told them, he will advise them, because he just came back from America as he claimed. He said he advised them not to marry to the Afro-Americans. When I hear that, I was very annoyed. I said, why do the man say something like that? We are all black. You know what he said? They have different culture. That was his explanation. That moment, I was very annoyed with him. But no more and more and more watching this whole African movements. I understand what the man is saying. I understand what the man is saying. I did not understand him then. You understand? So we are busy with self-destruction. And we are doing it well, and we are going down a very, very funny path. You see all of these mixed children that you all are making. All of these famous people who making their children back front and center. These children that you find you making that looking nice and all of that. I will be alive. I might not be alive. They will come back to haunt you. They will come back to haunt you. You understand? The one without color is dying out. You know they're always the buffer now. They're always the buffer. So when you think you're making your children here and there for color, hair, and all of that, you think it's just like that. The black race, even the the Africans from motherland, they're spreading their seeds all over. They were even here one born in Alaska. I hear one born in Iceland. This part you think you will not find the black race. You definitely find the Africans. Now I'm talking for the Africans themselves. Everywhere they're leaving their seed behind. You think this thing is accidentally. You all think this thing is accidentally. The continent, Mama Africa, is your future. I hear Cardi B was singing, she had a concert in Nigeria. She called them, concert full. She called them ugly ass bitches. They shouted, they screamed, they laughed. I think they did not even realize the girl is insulting them. You know how she stand on the blacks. She called them ugly ass bitches. They shouted. I see a YouTuber complain last how Afro-Americans is calling Nigerians and Haitians women ugly. That is something I said in my video number 1, how they look at them. But no, Cardi B, who gone in their own land singing, calling their women them ugly ass bitches. I did not hear nothing about that one. So my brothers and my sisters, please pay attention what we are doing with ourselves. The continent of my forefathers, this thing about baby daddy and baby mommy and all of that BM and BD, it is not of your culture. Do not pick up something that is going to help destroy the continent. It's a bad copy. It's bad. Do not pick it up. We ourselves, we are destroyed. We still hanging on to a lot of things on the past. Our own bad habits. Please, my brothers and my sisters, do not pick it. Try to even correct us. Do not pick it. Anyway, that is everything from today, for today. And please try for us to unite. And this whole thing, you're attacking your mother, your sister, your nieces, your nephews, and all of that, it have to stop. It have to stop. If you do not stop, we destroy yourself. Anyway, do not forget, you put like or dislike, put thumb up or thumb down, subscribe and share. Please share. I will appreciate. Share. And let me know how you think about this one tonight. And thank you. Good night.